Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome to another Psychic Healing Surgery. As always, I'm very excited to be here and sharing this amazing, great time with all of you. This is our first broadcast from the South Carolina. Those who follow us on the regular basis, you know that we have made this great move from the Chicago down to the Hanahan in the South Carolina. If you don't know where the Hanahan is, it is just beside the Charleston. It's a lovely little city. Beside a great big city. So we are very, very excited about it. I have to send a message to the Tom. Tom, I can hear myself in another room, so you have to mute it down a little bit. Okay, he's gonna fix it so you guys don't hear me double speaking. All right, again, this is our first broadcast, so we're kind of trying to find all little glitches. As you see, I have a new room, so there's a little different background than you are used to. It is a bigger room than I had in Chicago. It is beautiful. I like how it echoes here because it reminds me that I'm sitting in a cave. It's not that I'm in the cave. I have a beautiful window with a view of the trees, and that energy is just amazing. And what I hope and my wish is when we're going through this healing together, you feel my energy and the energy of the guides that comes through and assist in the healing. And wherever you are, in a place where you live, in which place you live on the earth, each place has a little different energy. So I believe you will be experiencing a little kind difference of the energies because it is my energy imprint that changed a tiny bit from the Chicago energy, sort of, have that tough coat on yourself. Chicago is an amazing city and we enjoy to live there. But it is really have that toughness and you feel like you are in this boiling pot all the time. But it has that amazing effect on you that if you want to make something out of yourself, you definitely can. And that you get that enough push sometime, from the people, sometime out of the desperate. But you have the opportunity to give it a push to make something out of yourself. A little bit talk before going to the healing. I've spent the 6 years in Chicago. It really helped me to grow into who I am today. And I'm prayed and shared. Now I'm ready to share all that with you. South Carolina, where we are here, is a close, very, very, very close by the latitude of the 33. Now I've been sending the hints here and there, but this was one of the major reasons why my guides led us to live here, to connect with the ancient energy lines, which we will call the lane lines. Not that I made that a great connection yet, but it is just that energy here. It is interesting. Everybody who you talk here with is very kind and sweet, but everybody is very empathic and has abilities. And it's very different when you travel somewhere else in the United States or in the Europe, the other places where more intuitive people live together and more where they don't. But here it seems as almost a regular thing that everybody's empathic and sensitive and feeling the energy, sensing the energy and using it. And I don't think that, not that many people are really consciously aware that is that energy spot that is here. Now I'm gonna put out a little bit more what my guides said or share with me or guided me to, because it has so much to do with the healing that comes and that will follow up in the years while we will be living here. South Carolina sort of has that Sedona energy, as I was told, that this is like a second Sedona, and I will go with it because there are a lot of energy spots. Twice while we're living here for the 3 weeks, we are here actually just the 3 weeks. I woke up in the mountains, astral traveling in the mountains and looking down and having that beautiful appreciation for the life and waiting for the humanity to awaken and grow. And then I have to go back in my body. And yesterday we had this huge lightning here that actually knocked out the power from our neighborhood. And so it rocked out my body and coming back into my body. And looking, I was like, where do I live? Which one is my house? I couldn't remember. But then I found the right house and went back in my body. But it is interesting. Again, that energy here really take you to the next level, to awaken you. But you have to be consciously aware of it. You have to consciously work and start flowing with that energy. If you go and don't understand it, it can shift you in many different ways. I believe that this energy brings the best out of you or the worst out of you. I heard about the people who moved here and became depressed and move out, or people who really, I met the people in my past that I read for who felt like I cannot take it out here and move somewhere else. It may be that, you are not in that energy flow. It also may be that you are cold with your energy, that you outgrew the place and you are ready to work somewhere else and share your energy somewhere else. So there are several reasons. But before I go more and more, I always dedicate a session to somebody. This time I want to dedicate it to the Dr. Wayne Dyer, who just passed away. And in his honor, the Hay House released the movie The Shift. If you have not seen it, please look at it. Go on the hayhouse.com and find the movie. You can view it for free. And it speaks, it's a beautiful movie with an amazing message of the shift and the transformation of the soul and of our life and what we can do. And while we came here, I actually saw the movie last week when I had a little low from the moving. And I realized that I had several shifts through my life. And the last one was on the Sunday morning when we took our children for the breakfast and we went to this Waffle House that is close to us, and we sit there. We came there. The place there's a little place, old-fashioned place that was packed, and you can see that the people were rather stressed, serving and cooking the food because it was a lot. And yet, whenever I walk into the door, they stop and go morning to you. And they don't have to do that yet. They feel that they do, and it just makes your day. And they sit down and eat a little greasy breakfast, which was wonderful and delicious. And even though I try to eat healthy, I sneak other things in beside, vegetarian things in my case. It was delicious. And then somebody played a jukebox and my favorite country song came on, the Chicken Fried. That's my favorite country song. And at a moment, it was this moment of belonging and being somewhere and being here and seeing my mission here and my family and looking everybody just happy. And so those are those moments of the shift and transformation. With each healing comes the shift and transformation. And more consciously you are aware of it, the better it is. I'm sorry, I'm going to be all sappy. Let me get my tissues. Sorry about that. Well, I want you to know when several of you already have a pin, a 333 Love and Light pin. This is our connection. This is sort of our conscious connection. It is a tool and it is a prop. You don't necessarily have to have a pin to feel the connection. If you're joining here, every time you're joining in my meditations and feel connected, this is just a conscious connection. If you want to get a pin, please visit my website. I appreciate if you get the pin. If you don't, it's completely fine. But when I have a moment, my energy spreads around you and you can have a moment. So if you consciously sit there and suddenly some energy comes to you, you can consciously embrace it. It's not that you get, join with me for this healing twice a month. We can be consciously connected together as a soul group. For every single day, we are in our heart, in our soul connected. Every second, every fraction of our life before, now, and in the future. But this is something that I was guided to when I came up to connect more consciously. The Christians has a cross, or another, they have the pray beads. Every religion has something that you can connect to. Now, Everlasting is not a religion. Everlasting is a way of life and a way of healing and help to everyone who needs it regarding the finances and status or whatever up there it is. Everybody needs a chance to get that spark of the light, to get the seed of the light and grow. And so having, my pin, having the moment is absolutely the great, and touching the others. So once you have those shifts and the moments, you can change your life and you can transfer it. There is no one who transfers their life from the one morning to the other and stays 100% perfect from there. You change it and then you are ready for another change. It's like you learning to walk and then you are ready to walk faster and you are ready to run and then you are ready to run the marathon. You have to train your body to it. So same goes with our soul journey and our transformation. The same goes with the healings that we go to. The healing of the soul and of the body. When I speak of the soul family, I want to jump back and forth, but I want to also acknowledge the soul family that I have here in the South Carolina, and that I'm so thankful to know all of you. And I want to thank you to all for supporting me in this journey of the moving here, moving home, my family and everything, just living there and moving here, and welcoming us with open arms. There's this wonderful spiritual group in the Charleston, and they welcome us and they just party for us, and it was great. And I want to thank everybody who just brought us the things, the plates, the table, the things for the home. We left a lot of things in the Chicago, and we just didn't feel it's worth for paying of the moving area. We slowly gonna get the new stuff, and total strangers came out of nowhere and gave us the things. And I'm very happy and thankful, and I know my family is very happy and thankful, and make these transitions easier for all of us. And so I know that's a great thing to do, and I want to thank you, everyone, every single one of you, and yes. So that's the acknowledgement of the soul family, and consciously knowing that, you know, we are here, that it is, that soul family is everywhere, but here is that I know personally. And it is just a beautiful feeling. It is a beautiful feeling that know that you are not alone, and you can just pick the phone and go for a coffee with somebody, and you can sit and talk about the aliens and the healing and everything you want to. And it just feels good, and you can be yourself. So that's another moment in the transition and a different. And to all of you in the Chicago, I miss you guys. I miss my Saturday morning groups, and I'm not gonna make it this Saturday little healing group, but I'm just earning to share with you too. So the ladies that we used to meet on the Saturday morning, I love you guys and I miss you, and I hope you continue the circle. I know you do. Now I'll go into the healing and the transmissions, the shifts and the moment. So with each healing, with each session, you should experience the shift. The more you do this, the more you get consciously into it, and more you do so. Perhaps it's just the layers. The true healing really comes as a peeling of the onion. If the healing comes as a one whole healing, then you don't learn much from it, because you don't learn to pay attention to the signs, what your body is doing, saying, experimenting. If you start having problems, big problems, then before that there were some signs that were telling you, hey, slow down, you need to relax a little bit, you need to release this, you need to release that. And because we tend to be so busy, we don't pay attention to those signs, and then it manifests as a huge thing. I had a gentleman emailing me and asking about the healing of the right nipple, and that right nipple, the bleeding and gets hard and so much on. And I know this is an ongoing process of this gentleman, but we know that usually when there's a problem with the breast, when it was the male or the female, it's connected to the emotional issues, the problems, perhaps the abuse as a child, and then eventually it shows up in your grown up life. It usually is in the time when you're less expecting it, and it's just you don't want to deal with it anymore. But it is that underlying energy within you that manifests and so much on. So peel that onion, peel the problems of the issue, use the healing, and then honor your feelings. Don't focus only on the physical healing happen, what it is that I need to release, what it is that I need to learn about myself, what it is I want to change about myself, and so much on. And feel the guidance, feel that you are divinely guided with every step of your way of your life, because the energy healing definitely works. Doesn't work same. There's no two same cases that works exactly the same. Everybody is different and unique, and everybody needs that different and unique approach to the healing. That brings me to the baby, the Olivia. Olivia was born, the baby that I work with, on I believe August 17. I can remember right now exactly the date. I've wrote it in my journal. Little baby that I work with a mom who was pregnant. There were some genetic problems and so much on. Possible Down syndrome, has been born as a beautiful, healthy baby girl, and another angel walk into this world. And that's another proof the energy healing works in the magnificent ways. She had a little skin grow on the back of the neck, but it is just a major cosmetic thing that can be easily taken care of. So much more easy than the genetic problems so much on. So, but it is a process, as a step by step that you take. So if you are working with the pregnant woman, if you are pregnant and so much on, there's definitely a healing that is possible, and doesn't have to be necessarily my healing, any energy, good energy healer. I want to say good. I want to say the good, but what I mean, somebody who's honest and doesn't take advantage of you can assist you. I just got a request for another healing of the pregnant lady, and I do treat pregnant women for free. Please don't bombard me with your emails, but I do accept the donation for this kind of the work because there's only so much I can fit in my bag. So that's sharing, the good news sharing. So with that, we're gonna go into the healing and into our session and so much on. I can sit here and talk with you forever. One thing I wanna address yet before we go into this beautiful healing session is about the 3 days of the darkness. I usually totally avoid all these readings and the stuff, and because it's just to raise the fears. But a friend of mine, and there were a few of them who sort of started to ask the questions, and I saw the post on the Facebook. So there has been this thing going on around September 27, 28, and 29, they're supposed to be a 3 days of the darkness. Actually, this part of the time really raised up my attention, as well as I feel that there is something energetically going on. I do not sense that there's going to be a polar shift, because the 3 days of the darkness, I would mark the, I think the shift of the poles and so much on, would really make a mess on the earth, and I don't think that this is what is happening, but I do think it may be metaphorical as a 3 days of the darkness in a negative energy of so much on. Now, what do? You don't panic, you don't put into the fears and so much on. What do is to send the love to the earth, because nothing like that really have to happen. You know, if you think of the earth as a huge entity, and then you think about all human beings who live on this earth, and now you split them into the group that fears that something horrible is going to happen, and that there's a 3 days of the darkness coming, the pole shift is coming, and everything is switched, and it's going to be just horrible and bad because it's going to be tough if it does happen. Or those who send the healing to Mother Earth, saying, hey, you don't have to do it, just enough love, enough faith, enough healing that we are going through. We are really worth of continue in our cycle instead of the switching our cycle and so much on. So if this group is bigger than this fear group, then it's going to be easy to do so. So don't put up into the fears, don't put up into the, sadness, panic, and so much on anxieties. Send out the love to yourself and to everything that there is, to everyone that there is. And think of it, if you're supposed to heal, if you're supposed to, you are guided by your guides, some of you join me faithfully every single time and so much on. If we were supposed to end up into the doomsday, why would we do that? Why would we just waste our time? Why would we be just living in the la la land and living in the la la land sounds good, right? So I try to, I don't want to ridicule it, but I want to point out the point that there are other energies, wisdom, and the beauty that's working with us, that's telling us, hey, find your intuition. We're not going to be standing behind you and telling you, oh, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. You have to put yourself in that point that it's going to be okay. If you want to graduate into the higher level of the energy, you have to be responsible for your energy. You have to use your intuition and your consciousness and really be in that energy flow, instead of somebody always calming you down, that something, don't worry about what's going to happen and so much on. So use your intuition. Don't get yourself intimidated by the energy. You are the boss. You are the boss of the energy. And that's how it is. It's something that is so easy, and not many people want to believe that it's easy because they're looking for some complicated things, because complicated is better, right? No, it isn't. Even Albert Einstein says, look into the simplicity. The most answer in the energy work you find up to number 3. Up to number 9, you have the whole code of the whole universe and so much on. And it is amazing, really, simplicity, pull up and together, and there's a lot of answer in it. So that is about the darkness and the fears and so much on. So with that, I'm gonna put on the music and you're gonna join this beautiful healing process and to see what's gonna come through. You know that I work with the guides who are the should I call them the extraterrestrial beings or the beings of the light. They are the lights of the universe. They are the positive beings. Again, if this is your repeated time, you know what's going to happen. If this is your first time, all of the beings of the light who, some of them never lived in the earth life, some of them did leave the earth life. There's actually majority who comes in the healing who live in the earth life because they know how the human body is working and functioning. I'm connecting to the ancient Atlantean energy and the time capture that I have created for myself. It took me a while to realize all this and how this really worked and that I was capable to do those things and create a time capsule and conjoined with the assistance of the others who helped me to create a time capsule and using it. Now, many of us have created these time capsules for us to remember the energy, to be in the energy, to remember some secrets, some ancient technology, and so much on what may be used for us now in this time. I think we, sort of studied there and knew when we will be in that right consciousness, we will be able to access this kind of the information. It is the same like information from the Egypt and so much on. Later on, when we left the information there, we left a clue for us. We left a lot of clues through our lifetimes on this earth. And when you are ready, you start remembering. You sort of, pick up your clue and you go like, oh, this is it. This is what I remember. And so much on. So with this one, I not only hope that you will receive the healing, but you will receive a reminder of who you are, what is your beautiful being, what is your soul, and what did you come here to do? What is your mission? As the Dr. Wayne Dyer said, it is a different when you come to your morning of your life and you come to the afternoon of your life, and when you really realize that what you do have an effect on your life, and you can create something wonderful that has that ball effect on you later on in your life. I definitely can describe it as beautiful as he did, or I don't have those words and I don't want to make mistake to describing it, but it is a beautiful message. So let's step into the afternoon of our life and create this beautiful shift that every single of you desire as a personal thing. So it is, my personal shift may be totally different than your personal shift, what you need and desire at this time. I know that only the greatest, highest positive thing do happen to you. If you wish for having a pink, beautiful car in the front of your house, it may not happen. But good and great things do happen. And we don't have to be in such a control freaks of our life. We can really be in the divine flow, and I do live what I speak, and I see that it works, and it finally caught up with Tom, which is exciting. The Tom's on the other side in the chat room, in the other side of this house, I mean, in the chat. He stepped in that beautiful flow, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, to do so. So let's get the music. We'll go through the preparation, the healing time, and the recovery time. Okay, let's get the music on. I'll try something different. Just put the music here in the background. I do not know how it's gonna be really heard on microphone and on your reception, but I tried to get a better technology, so I got the microphone and better camera and do the broadcast in a better quality. All right, people, so find your space. If you have a glass of water, have a sip of your water. We know that the water amplify the energy within your body and the healing. It's always a good idea to have a glass of water before you do the healing, unless you have to run to the bathroom all the time. All right. All right, this is very new for me too, from this room. Again, the energy is very different. So I focus on myself, and you guys find this beautiful place. If you need to shift and move a little bit, I see there's a few of you in the chat room. Very good, very good, very good. All right. Take a deep breath in and release all the air out. Take another deep breath in and release all your worries and all your expectations. And another deep breath in and let everything go. Relax your legs, relax your belly, relax your chest, your back, your arms. If there's any tension, just breathe it out. Relax your neck and your head. Just let it all go. Que non ti santi un ti cata. Alright. Now there's this beautiful golden light opening just about your head. And this beautiful golden light stream down the line to new energy. And filling up your room. Everything there is. And you can breathe it in and out through your auras in your body. And this beautiful golden light just illuminates your whole being, filling you, connecting you with this beautiful light and connecting you to a beautiful essence of yourself, to the God, to the universe, to everything that there is. Connecting you with your soul family, with your loved ones, with your guides. Que l'on te laisse un ti ha aserte. Alon ti un ti esa ki un ti kala son ti ate. Telon ti asa ki hala son ti ate. Telon ti un ti ena. Que la son ti atate. Now my guides, lights of the universe, and your guides and your loved ones have created this beautiful golden light for your healing, for your soul evolution, and for the protection of this journey. Que le son ti acala san ti atese. Tiea ki son ti untiase. And we open up consciously our energy. A beautiful silver-like energy coming up from the earth, from the crystals of the earth, from the crystal cities, from the Agartha or the Shambhala, the inner cities of the earth, that's connecting with us at this time through this beautiful silver-like energy, and goes up through your feet. And like the roots of the trees pull up the water in to nourish them, we pull the beautiful nourishing energies up in your body, connecting and opening your energies, preparing you for the healing. Coming up in your knees, coming up in your hips, coming up through your lower bellies, up in your belly, in the abdomen, and of course it covers up the backside, spine. It's really calm and raised like a road of beautiful potent energy that just illuminate the whole part of the body, and then raise up in you through your chest and in your arms, through your neck and your head. And extends up and up and up into the universe, connecting with the essence of everything that there is. essence of all of us out there. Que la sonti la sonti untati, anon kia siua la aliates, ana kiua la atena, soboha kia. And we open a portal, a beautiful golden portal, and I speak we as the light of the universe, where I and Ella am a part of this group. So the light of the universe open the golden portal in the room. And through that golden portal, we invited the ancient healers and the shamans and the doctors to come and assist you from what you desire, what you need most at this time. Que les sentions qui a terre, along qui you a sali a conti you a tia casa, la sion qui a cœur, te l'ancien te voix, et sion qui a cœur. Is there any particular part of your body that you desire to have a conscious healing to? You can put your hands there, you can ask out loud. What is it that you desire to? Now I will consciously ask on the behalf of a mother who asks for the healing of her unborn child, whose intestines are out of the belly. I ask for the healing of the Layla and her cat Anya, either the healing or the smooth transitions of the other side, which may be necessary at this time. I ask on behalf of Ketron, whose right nipple is bleeding and have a problem. I ask on behalf of the Stephen, who is paralyzed. I ask on behalf of all my clients who fight with the depression. I have a hard time to see the light, to receive the healing, and everybody who will join us later on in this broadcast. Whenever it's a day, 2 days, months, or 2 years later, that they will tap into this energy, they will receive the healing they desire at the moment, at the time. Che assunta le assanti a casa. Now feel all these beings connecting with you. If you've experienced any kind of the fears or are not sure about the energy, test the energy, ask 3 times, are you coming from the love and light? And you have to hear, feel, or experience, get that feeling of the yes 3 times in a row. No negative energy can lie to you in 3 times. And actually no negative energy can penetrate this energy at the moment, but we don't want you to blindly follow what anybody says. We want you to learn, we want you to test, we want you to question the energy. We want you to grow in the spirit as much as you grow in your body through the healing. We want you to embark on the everlasting journey of the growth and happiness. Kion savoir de la sainteté Along qui est si ha, along Now when we set the intentions on the healing, there's another golden door that opens in the front of you. It's a portal to walk into the ancient Atlantean room, into the classroom. And when you are ready, imagine you lift up from your body. There's this beautiful golden light within a soul that's just to pour out from your body, and you know that your body is safe and protected at the place where it is right now, at your home, and if there's any disturbance, you can go back in your body whenever you wish to. This is a conscious healing. It has nothing to do with the hypnotherapy. You are in control and you can come back to your body whenever time you feel like to. But when you are ready, you raise up from your body, you walk through a golden door, and the golden door closes behind you, and you are in this magnificent place of the ancient Atlantean classroom. Kia la santia contia la se, elo siuntica, elia santia contia late. Today we have prepared for you the plant of the lotus flowers. There are several colors here in the classroom, and I want you to pick the color that you feel drawn the most. The color of the lotus flower, the one that your energy feel pulled toward to, that will express how do you feel, what it is that you need more in your life. The red is the survival, and just to help with your earth life. When you have problems with the finances, the job, having problems, issues with your relationship, and so much on, maybe pull toward the red color. Red is the survival. The orange is the sexual color. The sexual chakra also represents the childhood, that inner beautiful child inside of you, the creativity and your talents and gifts. And yellow is a confidence and self-esteem. Those who have problems to make grown-up decisions, who feel that they always have to control and obsess over something, are in the fears and the doubts of making that right decision, maybe pull toward this beautiful sunny yellow color. The yellow that will fill you with joy and happiness. And the green, the color of the love and the healthy emotions. The release of the sadness and heartbroken feelings that you are alone and there's nobody else with you. And the light blue, your throat, your vocabulary, your voice, your sound, the sound of the healing, expression. If you feel you are blocked in that color, that may be the one that you feel drawn to. And the dark blue, the sacred geometry, the logical mind and spiritual mind, seeing the world through the numbers and geometric patterns, applying the logic to your spirituality, understanding how the healing works, how does it happen. Maybe too much questioning, stress, maybe in the closing of this kind of the abilities and chakra and the color. So perhaps that is the color of the lotus flower that you are drawn to. And the violet, the white, the connection with the divine, connection with the other worlds, the connection with the guides, the universe, the God, the everything that there is. And perhaps you feel drawn to the more lotus flowers. It is okay. You can collect all of them or just one at a time. Allow yourself to hold your flower on the particular place on your body that corresponds to the body, to the chakra color of your body. Kelon teleasantium tiaka. Elasium tavoasa. Kiahon teleasiata. Kiaha sium tiu kiaha. Teon kia la santi utiasa. Ela non kia la esontium tiasa. Alright. And when you are ready, you will notice a crystal starting to picking up on the color, being brilliant and bright, and we all feel drawn to this crystal. And we can hold our hands together, and as a collective soul family, we'll go to this crystal, and this crystal energy will prop us up and up and up until we reach the garden of the land. the soul healing place. The Ahoala ki uson to you asa ate. The Ahon to le asa le ha to you kaha. Estion to you aha kilasa. When you find yourself in the front of the gate, and beautiful beams of the light and the glimmering gowns come and open the gate and welcome you inside. In your book of life has been written that your soul will visit the garden of the light. And as your soul enter, the golden letters dance within your book of life, marking this accomplishment in a conscious way. And as you're walking in these gardens, you find a place that you feel most drawn to. It may be a place with the statues, the bird nests, the trees, the meadow, the forest. Go where your soul feels drawn to. Go with your intuition. There's no fear, there's no worries. There is no logical mind to questioning what is the best way to go. You just go. You just go and remind yourself of a place that you knew so long time ago. You go into the place where your soul soars with the happiness and the joy. Where your soul feels like a happy little child. Yet, you acknowledge the thousands and thousands of years it has. There's a happiness and there's a beauty. And if you wish, join me on the top of the mountain by the fire. You can sit with me by this beautiful man-made fireplace. Just the simple stones put in the circle. The fallen trees turned into the seeds. And there we are, as one being and one nation. United together. There's no difference if we are male or the female. There's no difference of the colors. There's no difference of the age. There's no discrimination. There's just joy. And knowing, a deep knowing, we're looking into the fire. And we know the lives that will come. We know what the humanity has taken on. We know the wars that will come. And we're looking at the wars from the point of the thousands years back. What we're looking is the wars that have already happened in our lives, in your current lifetime. We're looking into the past. We're looking through the eyes of the ancient selves, and we knew what's gonna unravel, and how we have to embrace of the incarnation system. The dust goes to the dust, and from the dust the new one is born. And when one dies, goes back into the dust. We can see the lives long and the short. We can see how the humanity needs to learn, to progress, to learn its own lessons. And how, when there will be enough pool of us of the land, we can increase in our knowledge, in our abilities, in our energies. And we can plant the seeds of the light. We can light little fires, symbolic of fires, in the hearts of the other. When you put your hands into the fire, you will realize that the fire doesn't burn you. You realize that you are infinite. There is nothing that can harm you. You can take a piece of that fire as a beautiful, warm spark of the light and put it inside of your soul, inside of your being, inside of your ancient, beautiful being. And you can allow that fire to purify and to burn everything from the past, everything that you are ready to consciously move, everything, the illness, the problems, the issues. You know that once upon a time, your body has been healthy. It knew how to rejuvenate itself. It knew how not to get sick from the illnesses around you. It knew how to help the others. The body knew. Your consciousness knew. You are special. And it's time that you remember. It's time that you remember and that you heal your soul. That you don't carry the burden of the past, the burden of the wars and the hunger, the burden of the judgment and negativity and the slavery and all bad, harmful, nasty things happening to you, to those around you, to the humanity. It's end of the one mistreating of the other. And it's the beginning of the new. It's like we can burn the bloody stains from our clothes. We can take them off and we can burn them. And you are handling a new white robe, a clean robe. And from now on, you can keep your robe clean by keeping your soul and consciousness clean. The robe has a metaphorical meaning. When you go and do the great things in your life, your robe shines in this amazing color. When you go and do the harm to the others, you get a bloody stain. And it takes a time to wash the bloody stain out of your robe. It is not to threaten anybody, it is to show the visibility of your actions. Every action has a reaction. Every reaction has an effect in your life and the others. So as we are sitting back here by the fire, nourished through our soul, nourished through our physical bodies, we share. And we're sitting here in the ancient times. And we knew where we will be in the 2015. We knew our life, we knew our struggles, we knew the illnesses that we may have, and we knew how to heal them. This is a special time to connect with yourself, to work with yourself through the guidance of the everlasting love, of the light and everything that there is, to connect with you and listen to you. You are the miracle you can create for yourself. You have power, you have wisdom, and you have love. You have everything that you need to heal your life and heal the other. You are the Christ, you are the God, you are anything that you can think of. In the everlasting essence of this beautiful energy flow, you are connected with everyone that ever existed, here on the earth and in the universe. Kelom telesam tiaha sium tiapes. Kiaha la sum tiapes. Anoaka atiasa. Tiahon tiaka asiata. Tavo ala asiatum tiaha asa. Tavom tiaha. And when you are ready, brothers and sisters, we are ready to dim our fire in the circle in the middle of us. Yet we know that the fire, that each of us carry the ancient fire inside of ourselves. Inside of ourselves. And when you are ready, we thank you, thank you, thank you to the ancient masters and the wisdoms, the beautiful beings of light, the inner earth, and the beings for assisting us on this journey. And we will gather by the gates of the garden of the light. And one more time, you consciously make a mark in your book of life. That means in your Akashic record. You mend your Akash by consciously acknowledging your past. By healing and releasing what brings you fears and worries and anxiety that you may not even explain. And you go to the gate of the garden of the light. And as a soul group family, we will be guided toward the crystal and very slowly going down in the ancient Atlantean classroom, sort of a midway between our healing and the travels. Kelason tiaha siwaterki, Allah assume tiata. I want you to notice the three parts of this healing. The three parts that opens the energy, welcome you in the transition place and send you up into the garden of the light. Each part are immensely important. It's like going from the one level to the second level and the third level. Or when the diver dives into deep waters, have to go slowly into the level. Then you're coming up and elevate yourself into the higher air position. You take the time to adjust your body. So same goes within the energy. Really make it 3 steps, 3 jumps. Now in the Atlantean classroom, we have a time to adjust our energy and bring that soul energy that we have gained in the garden of the light in your physical body. One issue, one trouble with incarnating into the physical body is that when you're coming from the higher consciousness and you lower into the physical body, you lose your consciousness, you forget, you have sort of that temporary amnesia within your mind. So with this one is the same, you're going in this deep meditation level into the high consciousness within the energy. You have an ability to make a change within your book of life, to mend your Akash. But you have to slowly lower down in between to contain that energy and that memory. And then one more time lower back in your physical body. So you don't just get up and say, wow, that was great, but I can't remember what happened. We want you to consciously remember what happened. We want you to consciously recreate a memory of happened, to sit down later on and meditate over what had happened. What did you experience? How did it make you feel? Can you feel the fire? Can you feel the burning inside of you? Perhaps if there's a cancer, HIV, if there's arthritis, if there's any difficult illnesses that are described by the earth doctors as a difficult illnesses, the Lyme disease, I'll add up here. You burn it down, you take that fire and you burn it out of your system. But you have to do it consciously. What it is that I have learned from it, what it is that I need to repair. To burn one thing within you means that it has to repair to the other. If I do have a Lyme disease and I burn the bacteria within myself, I have to repair my nervous system in a way that it will continue to work in a better way than it worked before. So that means the lowering this. We achieve the healing, becoming when we will be ready to go back down into the physical body, we will slowly jumpstart the process on the recreating a new process. Sometimes healing is as easy as just to cut the part off and take it out or send the healing. But many times there needs to be that rejuvenation process that takes the turn after the healing. This is why we space the healing at 2 weeks in the period of the time that you have a time to take and rejuvenate your healing in time. It can be done as fast as a 1 week in the period of the time, but there has to be rejuvenation process in between. All right, when we are ready, we're gonna take a 3-part journey back into the part 1. One more time, connect with your lotus flower, and you can take that energy with you and leave it here, whatever it is that you wish. And thank you to all who prepare our time capture and allow this transitioning energy to connect, to ask for connect with. And through very, very slowly, there's this beautiful golden door again in the front of you. And you open the door and you walk in your physical body. And the door closed, the portal will close. And the healers are still there. I want you to adjust in your physical body, but don't make any fast movement. Just very slowly notice your body. I want to give the acknowledgement to everybody who healed. Later on, I spoke of the Lyme disease. I do feel that somebody who has a Lyme disease joined us today. And that the rejuvenation of the nervous system did started. And that it's a man that he fall up really nice and the nervous system is picking back up. And some people will need more healing, but as you join this session, you will receive more and more. The mom with the baby, whose intestines out of the body, who's not born yet. One with the heart and so much on. Alright. Let me thank everybody. Alright. Now our healers are still with us. Before the guides leave, I want to say that if there's any negative energy around anyone, if there's anything that anybody is bothered with, blockages and so much on, that they will remove it, they will leave your body. I want you to say it by yourself. I want you to say, there's any negative energy that bothers me, wants to control me, or is here around me, I ask and thank you that release right now. Remember, you are the boss of the energy. And also the lights. Kela son tie kala, sun to you at the your body is illuminated with beautiful golden light. Kela son tie ha, siun tie ka. Alon tie ha, sion tie ha. That will raise up the vibration of you and everybody involved in this beautiful session. Alright, now we let the guides to leave. Make a finishing touches, a beautiful rainbow energies close. Que la son tie kala sa. Alright, somebody had a problem with the sinuses. Bottom of the teeth, I would say the wisdom teeth. By the sinuses. There has been to work on the heart. Okay. Now, thank you, all the healers, the guides, the lights of the universe, the medic team, for assisting us at this time. Namaste. And I close the portal when everybody leaves, so no energy can penetrate and comes back to you unless you are in the circle. We call for this energy, you call for your guides. And when you feel ready, just stretch your arms, legs, take a deep breath in. Look around you, notice your room. Now we'll lower down the music here. Alright, by the way, we're using this beautiful music from the Tadeus channel by Sanaya Roman, and it is a royalty-free music. And you can use it in this broadcast. So you just take your time, come back slowly to yourself, and enjoy this moment back. Alright, stretch your arms and stretch your legs and so much more. Now Tomoran here in the last minute putting me the note about the dark energy, leaving the dark energy. I did add it into the end of the session, but I want you to know that when we join in the beginning of these sessions, all the dark energy leaves. It cannot really be there with you. It cannot travel with us to the garden of the light and coming back and so much on. There's no negative energy allowed because we go to such a higher dimension that we really have to break this journey into the three parts, coming out of the body, coming in the transition center of this Atlantean classroom and coming back up into the garden of the light. We cannot go straight up there because it would overwhelm your nervous system. So with that, only the highest available energy is allowed to go to. Now, I'll leave this a little bit about the dark energy again. There's that September thingy coming, 27, 28, 29. I know that there is a lot of collective fears around. Don't fed up in it. Sort of put yourself, I'm the boss. I'm not going to get drawn to it. It's going to be all great. Also, sometimes we fall into the conclusion that the negative energy is around us when we have a memory of our past lives and occurrences. Something that happened to us in the past has been very dark, very negative, very painful, very soul-wrenching and body-wrenching things. And when you start remembering them, you may feel like, oh my God, what is that around me? All you have to do is just to acknowledge it and set yourself healing at that time. Find what you are afraid of. Don't get fed up don't get caught up in the fears, because the fears are what's going to get you. Fears can manifest as a nasty, nasty monster that can grow into these humongous problems that you can create yourself. So stop yourself. Says, what am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of? I'm afraid of let's say, for example, the dark energy. Well, what is dark energy can do to me? Can it jump out of the wall and eat me in the middle of the night? That is what I used to think. So I know it sounds really ridiculous, but it was very logistic fear back at the time. And you have to face it. Don't get caught up in fears. Again, if you resonate with my energy, if you feel like you're joining every single time or every time that you can to this session, you are not bothered by any negative energy. You may be bothered by something from your past that is just kind of telling you like, come on, let me go, release me. I don't want to cause you an illness, just release me. Wants to get your attention. So you go down to the root of the problem. What are you afraid of? Why do you think it bothers you? And how can you let it go? Sometimes it's a conscious click that go, bang. I don't hear it like that. It's like that moment that's, I understand it. Oh, it makes sense. And then all the monster will disappear. So this is how it goes. Everybody who joined today has a beautiful energy. There's a beautiful healing that happened, a shift at the moment of us sitting by the fire. That's what I dreamt of last night. That's where I was in the forest, sitting with you by the fire. When I came back in the body and trying to find a house where I really live. But it is an ancient, beautiful feeling before even humanity, before the houses were built here. And I knew we sat there and we looked down and we says, okay, we have to go down to the valley. We have to go down to create a life. We have to go down and teach and be the people and be those who lives there and so much on. And it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be great. And one day we're gonna realize it consciously and we come back to that memory and we, even if it's just in the energy way, we sit by the fire. When I think of you guys, I put my hands on my pin. It goes over my heart, and I'm holding you all in my heart. And I wish that you all heal, that you grow, and you find your way, and you're happy, and you have an amazing, amazing life, and you create that amazing life for the others. So with this, thank you for joining me today. Our next session will be in the 2 weeks. It will be. Let me quickly look. There's gonna be an announcement. And in the 2 weeks on the Wednesday 23rd, it's at 7 o'clock. Now, please remember, I'm on the Eastern time now. So it's at 7 o'clock of the Eastern time. That's 1 hour less than I used to have in Chicago. So I know that many of you are in the different time zones, so please adjust your time. The calendar should be updated by the end of this month. There's going to be classes coming. I'm going to offer the more classes. I know before it was always the last minute. I tried to be better with the calendar and the classes and what is going on and so much on. So let's just embark into this fall. If you are in the Australia, it's the spring for you guys, or the summer. I think the spring, right after the winter you go into. And let's just make it great and new. As one of the countries awakening to that spring of the energy is always like creativity and excitement. And the fall goes more like, it's time to the rest and harvest what we're doing and planting the whole year and so much on. Let's put it all nice in this beautiful motion and prepare for the wonderful winter. I hope that you're going to have an great winter as I hear down into South Carolina, because it should be nice and warm here, not to brag. All right, guys, I love you. Love and light from my heart to yours. And if you like to follow me, please click the like. That really helps. If you like the session, click the like. Subscribe me on the YouTube. You can subscribe. Join me on the Facebook by finding the Eva Marquez. And subscribe my newsletter from the www.evelisticspiritualcenter.com. I thank you for your support, for believing in me, and for believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. Namaste.